It's been a fun stream. I think we learned a little about this deck. This deck definitely has some power to it, which is nice. Evolves, Maelstroms, no thank you. Let's get us our Haunted Creepers and Flame Tongues and Jade Claws. Okay. I mean, this is okay. Let's see what happens here. Our opponent kept this one card, which is scary. That is definitely, not what we want to see. Oh, Patches is in our opponent's hand, so that's nice. Should we coin out the Flame Tongue? I vote no. We expect our opponent to just hero power pass. And if that's the case, we can just hero power pass ourselves. Okay, now our opponent's board is getting a little silly. Play your Patches. There we go. And now our Maelstrom Portal is much better. So I'm very happy doing this. Having our devolve is also going to be nice in the event that our opponent wants to do something silly. Oh. Probably the best one drop. Although I guess Zombie Chow would be better. We can get the good old Zombie Chow. So that would have been better. But we can certainly live with this. And I'm tempted to coin out the Piloted Shredder. To apply some early game pressure. Because that'll have, you know, ensure that we have a consistent board. Oh, wow. Leaves the 2-1 up. Oh boy. Yeah, I don't want to fall behind. As much as Piloted Shredder trades with... Piloted Shredder trades with our opponent's board, but then we also have a 2-drop after that. So it's like, probably we just use the coin to summon a 2-drop. Okay, maybe we still lose our minion. Is Barnes necessary in this deck, since it's good with Piloted Shredder Sludge? I don't know that Barnes is necessary. Oh, that's unfortunate for us. I don't know that... I wouldn't say Barnes is necessary, but I like Barnes because it has the ability to make tokens, which helps combo with our Evolve. Yeah, I'll devolve that. I don't want to take that much damage, to be honest. Oh, look how cute he is. Look how cute that tiny Finn is. So yeah, Barnes has some really good targets, obviously, with all the death rattles. But then it's also good to build tokens so that you can just like help flood with the evolve a little bit easier. That's the idea behind having Barnes. But I don't know that Barnes is necessary. It's a nice addition to the deck. It's a one of, so it doesn't always make the world's biggest difference. But when you hit it, sometimes it's very nice. I'm definitely going to Jade Claws now. And the... Oh... I will attack in. I regret that. I miscounted our mana. I should absolutely have not have done the Jade Claws, because now we can't Doppelgangster Evolve. But that's okay. Somehow we'll survive this coming turn. Freeze an enemy. That's just unfortunate more than anything. Oh, go face. Go face. Be greedy. Go face. That's unfortunate. Our opponent is not being greedy. We really need to top deck AoE. That was a mistake. That was a mistake playing the Jade Claws. Well, that's just an excellent recovery. Because apparently sometimes you just need those... You need those top decking skills. And if our opponent has been trading this whole time, obviously Bone Mare destroys right now. Because we're going to take 1 billion damage. And then the loss is absolutely... Oh, okay. If this doesn't get removed, we have a chance, obviously. But you can't leave that up, because then we'll win. Yeah, so it's going to be double trade. Or single trade. Oh, that's actually strange, because this is much easier to remove right now for us. At least this is slow damage. You know what I mean? At the very least, this is slow damage. So we don't get absolutely destroyed. That's pretty nice. And I'm going to get rid of this one. And then we'll say go. Look at my Exna. My Exna is doing a little bit of work here for us. Scaring our opponent. No matter what comes down, unless there's a Vile Spine, my Exna is going to deal with it. So even if it's Bone Mare trade, hit our Bone Mare, then another Doppelgangster Evolve, and that'll probably seal the game up. Oh, this is a pretty fun deck after all. This ends up being pretty fun. Obviously, you know, our opponent gets this trade for free, but that's 12 worth of stats. Nice 10 with poisonous. It's interesting how they didn't add the poisonous keyword for a while, even though, like, the poisonous effect had been around for quite some time. Do I even need to Doppelgangster Evolve again? Like, what would I play into? I'm not going to, just so we're clear. I don't need to do the evolve. I'd rather get the draw off of this. Continue to build up a strong board. Doppelgangster Evolve obviously would have been a potential, like, setting up lethal for next turn, but I feel like this is maybe the more secure play against I don't know what, but let's say like a Deathwing or something. Oh, you just disenchanted my Exna? Yeah, I don't know that my Exna is great in, you know, to be adding to your decks, but my Exna is definitely excellent when it shows up out of some sort of random event. Let's say like a sort of like this. This is where my Exna shines. Oh, Shadow Step. That's terrifying. I'm gonna use the Flame Tongue to trade in here. And I'm still not going to... that's still not lethal. Like, we only missed 4 damage. Our opponent would have been at 3. So, yes, our opponent has the Vile Spine, but honestly, I can't imagine having enough removal for everything that we have going on. And yes, if we'd played the Doppelgangster Evolve originally a few turns ago, we probably already would have won this game. To be fair, yeah, that probably would have happened. Well played. Well played. So because of that, then we're kind of limited with, you know, we were limited in trying to play around the mirror entity, like we were stuck with our Kel'Thuzad for a few turns, things like that. Play some Face Hunter next live stream? Ooh, that's really not my style. Yeah, aggro is really, really not my style. I think I generally play more, like, the last aggro deck I played was that Murloc Warrior. And that was mostly because I thought it was very fun and unique. Not because I was expecting it to be really powerful and very, very strong like a lot of aggro decks are going to be. Yeah, aggro's really not my style, though. I wonder how this matchup is going to work. I mean, we have our Bloodlust in order to set up a surprise lethal, and we only run one of them, because part of the game plan of this deck is to win through value. Obviously, if we play our Piloted Shredder, our opponent can Potion of Madness or Haunted Creeper, and we lose our tokens, which is very sad. I actually wonder if it would be worth running a N'Zoth in this deck list. And I know that sounds silly, potentially. But what if we cut, like, one thing... Oh, I gotta cut the Moat Lurker then, never mind. Although, maybe not. I'm gonna Hero Power one more time instead of throwing down the Piloted Shredder. Actually, no, the N'Zoth actually doesn't really... Because of all the minions that are Death Rattle, we try and evolve these, not necessarily have them trigger so that N'Zoth can work. It would be tough. And Moat Lurker is one that we try and combo with Evolve so we can get the value off of the Assassinate and then evolve it into a 7-cost minion. When I play aggro decks, it turns into Control. Honestly, yeah. When I was playing that, Murloc Warrior, it was basically the games I won, I was grinding out our opponent. We were grinding out our opponents there. It was really, really funny. Yeah, I'm very not used to just saying, okay, let's go face every single turn no matter what. So... I want to develop the Shredder here. Because now that we have the taunt, I know we kind of missed the hero power and our mana is very inefficient that turn because we floated one. But I feel like this is better because now Haunted Creeper can't get Potion of Madness and have our tokens stolen. And then we're almost, I mean, we're not yet quite at the Bloodlust winning the game stage, but you think my favorite deck is Pirate Warrior? I can guarantee you it's not. I've had quite a few seasons when Pirate Warrior was first coming to prominence of trying to find counters for it, which was fun. I really do enjoy trying to like find decks that'll work against the very, very strong and fast decks. And generally they need to be strong and fast themselves, obviously, but I really like those Wild Pyro plays. If you can like do Wild Pyro onto like a Power Word Shield, or really like clear out some tokens, things like that. That's usually what I'm more into than just joining the aggro. Is our opponent gonna burn something? What's going on? Oh, Potion of Madness just to double that combo up. Interesting. Well, can we top deck Maelstrom Portal now, please? We cannot. I'm going to go ahead and just say go on this board, because if our opponent wants to play a big dragon right now, they're going to be in an awkward position, and we'll be able to actually do reasonable things. And if our opponent then wants to use big removal, we have at least one Death Rattle that's going to be able to have something stick on board. And we're not going to like completely lose the board, even though we do lose a lot of our power. Our opponent was scared by the Bloodlust. Oh, absolutely. That's one of the reasons why Haunted Creeper's so good, right? Because that's why I have all these Death Rattles in this deck, is because I want to have these minions that are going to stick every single time. So that, it makes the Bloodlust a little bit stronger. And probably, again, why our opponent, is making these trades right now. I think I would have kept the 1-3 alive instead of the 1-1s, but that's okay. And we probably should start counting up. So this is 3, 6, this is 12. I don't think those attacks were needed if it was just going to be... That was going to be 12 plus 9. 12 plus 9 is... What is that nowadays? 21. So we were 4 off. Then we had our Jade Claws, which would have been nice as well. And this is really good because we're able to fill the board and continue to develop a Death Rattle minion here, which is going to be very, very good for us, because we're going to just continue to have our board be a little bit more sticky, a little bit more difficult to remove and awkward for our opponent here. So I think this is going to be very, very good for us potentially in the long run. But honestly, we'll kind of just see how this ends up working out here, because our opponent hasn't really played that much. We know they have dragon. They have one dragon in their hand at the very least, and whatever dragon they discovered from Netherspite. And now we know what type of priest this is. Oh, buff it up. Inner Fire Reno Priest? Oh, that I can appreciate. That I can really appreciate. Let's go for a devolve, because that's just too big of a minion to remove otherwise. And this is kind of perfect. And do we want to overload ourselves? And we'll see if our opponent has more removal. Otherwise, we're going to be looking for some Bloodlust lethal. Aledia, you're saying, is Mage, Priest, or Warlock better for climbing and Wild? You got bored with Rizakis? If you have the Warlock Demon package, I think Warlock Demon, including the Warlock Death Knight, is very, very strong. Whether you do the Reno, the Highlander, or the very heavy, 2 of handlock style, I think that's very, very strong. Did I have Bloodlust lethal there? No. Did I really? 3, 6, 9. 9 plus 4. 13. 15. We were 1 or 2 off, right? What's our opponent at? 16 or 17? Right? We were 1 or 2 off there. if our opponent were to pick if they were to pick what card they think we have, we could find it out. Otherwise, yeah, we'll have our lethal now. Because I don't think our opponent's going to be able to clear enough of our board. Coin, what's a 4 mana AoE? Oh, Servitude, okay. That's probably just well played. And that's fine. And we'll take our big lethal, and we'll be very happy with it. Although I have to say, Raza the Chained with Divine Spirit and the Dragon package is kind of interesting to me. Like, that seems very, very cool to me.